Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. This is the Cultural Confederacy. And I'm going to come here on a Friday night, have a little bit of fun with you. I'm going to relax mood, talk about these debunked theories or claims that Brian Laundrie has been seen here or that he was seen there, as in the flower bed behind his parents' home. I have that on my list. So I decided to compile a list and play around with it, tweak it, make it a little more tantalizing for the audience. Did you see the photo of the guy who was posing in a makeshift bunker lined with plastic? He could barely fit in there. It looked like the guy was lying in his own grave. But that just goes to show you how far afield some of these theories are. The lengths that people will go to get their 15 seconds or 15 minutes of fame. But before I get into this list that I have here, I got to talk about a video that I posted about a week ago. My Brian Laundrie campsite found at Carlton Reserve video. Because somebody responded to that video and they said that I was wrong. The Teton County coroner confirmed that the cause of death in the Gabby Petito case was strangulation. I shouldn't be putting out false claims. And I wrote back and told him that, well, I was doing this video based on the information that was available at the time and it was only a theory. And I believe this person clicked on that video on the day or the day after that the Teton County coroner had this press conference or Zoom call. So for those of you who did click on that video on the day of this presser or Zoom call or the day after, I do apologize. I was not trying to mislead anybody or put out any false information. I would never do that. I try to do my best on this channel to be as accurate as possible given the information that's available at the time. And if I need to correct the record, I will correct the record. So I just wanted to put that out there. But let's get into this list here. Now yesterday, because this is on my list, yesterday, they had a cadaver dog out at the Carlton Reserve. They had 2 units from Pasco County, a few FBI agents. Nothing came of it as far as we know. But they were in that area. It was the Venice side of the reserve because the water receded. So they were searching that part of the park. So it's a very strong possibility that Brian Laundrie could have died in the reserve. And I've been saying this all along, that either he died in the reserve or he's hanging around just north of the reserve, in between the Carlton Reserve and the Mayaca State River Park. But I think he is a lot closer to home than people realize. But it's a very strong possibility that he either offed himself or he died in the reserve by other means. Hopefully a snake bite or he was eaten by a gator. That would be poetic justice. That would be awesome. Now, I know a lot of you are saying we need justice for Gabby Petito, and that would suck if he died in the reserve. Well, I don't think so. Poetic justice. So let's get to this list. By the way, you like the video of the series, please click that like button, subscribe. Hit me up on Instagram at #JasonComposes. You can leave comments below. And now you can reach me at Twitter, Culture Confederacy at Twitter. So on October 4th, law enforcement responded to possible sightings of Brian in Cambridge, Ohio, more specifically at a motel where 2 witnesses had claimed that Brian had walked past them, but that was later debunked. Someone spotted Brian ordering a cheeseburger at a McDonald's in Vegas, wearing sunglasses, a hat, and COVID mask. On October 3rd, a hiker, you know this story, a hiker claimed that he spoke to Brian on a deserted road at 12:30 at night in the Appalachians, in Tennessee, near the North Carolina border. And he said that Brian was driving a white Ford F-150, asking for directions to California. He also said Brian was disoriented, looked lost. He was sporting a beard and bandana, but he only saw a side profile of him. And Brian was talking about his girlfriend or getting back with his girlfriend. That's why he had to go out to California. But the hiker forgot to get the license plate number. So this theory went out the window. Then yesterday, as I mentioned, you had a cadaver dog that was out at the Carlton Reserve again. This was on Powerline Road, so on the Venice side of the reserve. Internet sleuths believe that Brian Laundrie is hiding under a flower bed in his parents' backyard, possibly a bunker. Talked about the couple or the gentleman. Well, I think it was his girlfriend that took the photo, but this gentleman that was posing in a makeshift bunker. Then John Walsh, in his Gabby Petito ID special, said Brian is possibly being aided and abetted by his parents. Better be careful, John Walsh, because you could be facing a libel suit for saying that. Or he could be in Mexico. Some people believe that Brian Laundrie is hiding on a cruise ship in Miami. Others say he's in Canada. Somebody claims that they saw him behind a couch in a thrift store in Montana. Brian's sister is probably helping him. She knows where he's at. Now on the 17th, and I mentioned this in a previous video, the Laundrie's neighbors claimed that Brian went out the back door and he headed out to the woods. And finally, Brian Laundrie is hiding in a cargo bay on a plane at LaGuardia Airport on his way to the Bahamas. So these are some of the crazy theories that are out there. But I really believe, as I said, that Brian Laundrie is closer to home than people realize, and most likely at this point, if they're sending out cadaver dogs to the reserve, he died in the reserve. Whether he offed himself or was eaten by a gator, we don't know. But poetic justice, that would be awesome. That would be totally awesome. Look at it this way. This POS is no more. We don't have to worry about our tax dollars paying for him to stay in prison, paying for his food or his clothes. So he won't be spending the next 30 years rotting in prison at our expense. So this would be the best thing ever. Once again, if you liked the video, please click that like button, subscribe, hit me up on Instagram at hashtag JasonComposes, leave comments below. And now you can reach me at Twitter, Cultural Confederacy at Twitter. This is the Cultural Confederacy saying peace out, stay safe everybody, God bless this great country, and I'll catch you next time. Have a great weekend.